All right, you guys, this is my third time making the video on this topic and it hasn't recorded. So I am by now an expert and could repeat this in my sleep. I might be sleep talking to you guys right now, actually. But today is day 7. I hope you guys enjoyed your day off today. I had just decided that since I took a day off from life, from work, that you guys should have the day off too. Um, but I think it's also important to know that even when you aren't doing, personal development, all this extra stuff, that you still should be consistent in your posting and talking to people because it should start to become natural, just like riding a bike. So today we're going to be talking about posture and storytelling. And it's true that in network marketing, we are paid storytellers. Facts tell and stories sell. So you guys should know the difference between the two and utilize both together. But just know that facts, they make you sound smart. They let people know that you know what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, nobody knows the ingredients in a McDonald's hamburger, but we still eat them, okay? So, being able to tell the facts that there are 9 edible herbs, there are 26 health benefits, it detoxes your upper and lower intestine, your digestive tract, your colon, your kidney. That's great to know and all. It makes you sound smart, and the people who do know a little bit about, health and wellness will appreciate it. But stories are the selling factors, okay? We can share facts and figures about our business until we're blue in the face. But something really magical happens when people emotionally connect to our stories and experiences. So, I may tell you that, you can lose 5 pounds in 5 days and you can, all this other stuff. But when I tell you about the fact that it helped Nina Moore lose 95 pounds and or people are being helped to overcome cancer, or, all of these different types of things. It's a story and people think that it's more real. I mean, it is real, but people see it as more real and they're able to see a vision and paint a vision and incorporate it into their life and where they see themselves going. So stories really sell. And remember, most people want 3 questions answered when they're joining this business. Is it real? Can I do it? And will I have help? When you share an authentic and transparent story, you're answering 2 of those questions. So, is it real? The people that are on your call or that you're talking to when you start with your warm market list, these are people that trust you because they know you, they followed you for a long time, or they know your mom. You have some type of credibility with them because they're on your warm market list. So, with you telling them that you're doing it, it's showing them that it's real. So they might have seen someone else. Oh, I've seen that tea before, but now that Jackie's doing it, I know it's real because I know Jackie. So they put these two together. Okay. Will I have help? Now that they see that you're doing it, they see, that we're average people. We don't have college degrees in network marketing and we didn't invest, thousands and thousands of dollars to start our business. Okay. So it shows that the average person can do it. And if Jackie can do it, then HB can do it. And if HB can do it, anybody can do it. And if anybody can do it, everybody can do it. So you're answering the second question. Will I have help? So through sharing your story, you're going to endorse that the opportunity is real to people that trust you. Your story about how you found the business and what it is doing for you is something you're going to be able to share at meetings, events, your business launch events, on calls, just about everywhere. And it's something that you should be able to tell by heart. So, until you can say it in your sleep with your eyes closed, you should be telling your kids the story, telling your mom the story, reciting it in your car as much as possible, listening to yourself recite it and see, where you can make it a little bit better. But I've thought of a few questions to share with you guys that may help jog your memory a little bit and help you come up with your own story. The question you want to answer is, who are you? Okay, share a little bit about your background, a little bit about you, and a little bit about what you do. Sharing your background is going to show where you came from. So people don't always just want to see the final product. They want to embrace your journey with you and see where you've come from. So when you see a before and after picture, it speaks a lot more volumes than just seeing what someone looks like, because it shows you how much they've had to overcome in order to get where they are today. Now, if I just showed you an after picture of me, what I look like now, it doesn't give me much credibility, because people are like, oh, she's always looked like that. But when I show you before and after picture and show you where I've come from and what, I have, like the amount of weight that I had to lose in order to get where I am today, it's going to be like, oh, this is a little more real. She's like me. I can see myself in that before picture, where she was at before. Or maybe you were a single mother with 5 kids living in a 1-bedroom home, and that's where somebody is today. But you now have your own home and are remarried, and you still have 5 kids, but they each have their own bedroom. If you paint that picture and you're not scared to show people where you came from and who you were, before you found this opportunity or before you found better, then you have the opportunity to connect with them on that before. They'll be able to see themselves. They'll be able to see themselves doing this, and they'll be able to see, where it could possibly go for them. So don't be scared to show your deepest, lowest low, because you'll never know who is right there with you at your low, that's able to grow with you. Okay. If you share more, the more you share about you, the better, because anywhere that someone can find a common ground or an overlapping is a good thing. So if you're a mom, other moms will attract to you. If you are a college student, other college students will be attracted to you. People like things that are in common. So the more that you have in common with someone, the more they can see themselves doing it. So if, some people may say, oh, I'm a mom, I can't do this because I have 3 kids and I barely have enough time. You could be like, oh, well, my girl Jackie has 2 kids under the age of 4, runs a tattoo shop and 2 other businesses, and she's always on the go and she manages to do it. So now people can see themselves in their industry, in their lifestyle, incorporating the business because you're doing it. So always look for an overlapping, and the more you share about yourself, the better, because that gives the opportunity for more things to overlap. How did you find the business and why did you join? So always share how you found the business. Did you see it in a magazine? Did you see it on social media? Did a friend invite you to an event? Did somebody leave a flyer on your car? Did somebody give you a sample at your hair salon? It just shows the many different ways that you're able to market this opportunity. And a lot of people think, oh, I have to be good at social media and communication and marketing in order to do this. When in fact, there are people that run this business completely online that don't even have Facebook that are successful. Or the opposite. Some people may think, oh, I have to go to events and have home parties. No, you don't have to do that either. You can run this business how you want to, but showing how you found the business or how other people found the business will relate to both kinds of people, online and offline, or people that want to do a mixture of both or learn both. So don't be scared to show that either. What results have you seen or do you hope to see? Actually, I'm not even going to say hope. I'm going to say, or what do you plan to see? So, if you've tried the products, you want to share a little bit about your progress with the products, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. I mean, not what you don't like about it. Leave that out. But you want to share what you like about the products, what it's done for you. If you have lost 5 pounds in 5 days, you want to share that. You want to share how the tea tastes. You want to share, that it made you sleep a little bit better at night. Share your testimony and make sure that you're excited and enthusiastic about it. Products that you hope to try or know a little bit about that you're excited about, just share that too. You don't have to know what is in your, an Olive Garden dish in order to be able to tell someone that you absolutely loved it and you had an amazing experience, and share it with excitement and give a referral to it. You don't need to know the ingredients. You don't even have to know the name of the actors in the movies that you saw in order to be able to tell someone that you loved the movie and share with them a little bit about the plot line, how it made you feel. You were crying at the end of the Notebook. You didn't know the names of the actors in it. Okay, so you don't have to know everything in order to share a convicting story. So just make sure that you are excited about it, and that's all that really matters. Oh my gosh, there's this Nutriburst girl, and I saw this one girl take it and her edges were growing back and her hair grew out. She had like 2 inches of her grays showing just because she, replaced her hair, skin, and nails with this vitamin. And girl, it absorbs 98%. And I could not believe that I was giving my kids these gummy bears when I could be giving them this liquid multivitamin that's not bad for them teeth. Keep going. Get them excited. Share some stuff with them and share it. Don't sell them on it, okay? And last but not least, what has excited you the most? You want to save the best for last. Leave people on a positive note, an excited note, and make sure, I don't care what you got to do. If you got to take 3 shots of espresso, take 2 NRGs, and run 6 laps around your house before you get going. But you need to be upbeat. You need to be excited because that's going to transfer to the people that are listening. So if you're just slow and you're talking like this and you're like, oh, well, maybe, I got my tea, but I didn't make it yet, but I'm going to, because like no one's going to be excited about it. If you want other people to be excited, then you need to be excited about it. But when prospects hear you share this story after you've created it, when they hear you share this story, they hear the excitement and the enthusiasm in your voice. That's going to be what motivates them and moves them to want to learn more and really, take your word for it. And they're going to want to find out how it can change their life too. So make sure you smile, you exude energy and excitement, and you don't use wimpy words. You heard me correct myself earlier, like I hope or I wish or, maybe or soon. None of those words like that. You want to use strong statements like, with this business, we are planning to, or I will lose 5 pounds in 5 days because I made my tea last night. So use strong statements like that. A little bit about posture. Posture is important for you to have the upper hand, okay? You want to think very highly of your products, of your opportunity, and treat it like your baby, okay? A good example of posture is, knowing what you have your hands on. So if I came into your house today, I said this on the train call the other night. If I come into your house today and I said, you know, that's not your real mom, you're adopted, and I started making jokes and cracking jokes about adopted kids, your feelings wouldn't be hurt about that because you know that you're not adopted. So the same goes with the tea or with the products or with the opportunity. If someone tells you that it's a scam or network marketing is a pyramid scheme or the tea doesn't work, you know that's not true. So your feelings should not be hurt. Take it as a no and keep it moving. Um, but posture really, a lot of people are scared to share this opportunity or these products with someone else because they're so nervous about what other people will think. And you have to get past that, because if you're scared of Sally thinking that it's a pyramid scheme, the real thing that you should be scared of is that you think it's a pyramid scheme, because that's what you're creating in your head. If you know it's not a pyramid scheme, then why would you be scared about somebody else thinking that? If you really are scared about that, Google pyramid scheme, see exactly what it is and why this isn't a pyramid scheme, so that you have the information to combat that, statement. Okay. So, when you're holding posture, another example of posture is if someone is, speaking negatively about your product or about your company, you have the upper hand and you take that invitation back from them. Maybe it isn't the best time for you right now to hear this information. I can sense a little hostility, or maybe this isn't the right time for you to hear the information. I can tell that you don't really have a lot of time. So I'll go ahead and replace you with, at the meeting tonight with someone who can definitely make it out. Okay. So just make sure that you're holding posture, that you always have the upper hand in the conversation, and that you treat your business and your tea like your baby, because you can really tell when someone believes in what they are doing. So you have to really be passionate about it and find a reason to fall in love with it. We all have our why, and why we want to be in this business, why we want to use these products. We all have our goals set, but you have to believe behind that, and people can tell if you believe or not. So just make sure that you are holding posture in your business. And of course, if there's ever a topic that I go over that you need more help on, just go type it into YouTube. Go into YouTube and type in network marketing posture. Bunches of videos will come up. You can plug in an earphone and listen to it while you go to sleep. So a couple things I have for homework for you guys. Number one, you keep hearing me say, be consistent and check in with your business activity tracker. This is really important, and I don't keep repeating myself for no reason at all. I keep saying this because these are the behaviors and the activity that you should be doing on a daily basis at the very minimum to keep it going. Okay. It's great to personally develop and record these calls and do this, that, and the other. But at the very basis of everything, like I told you guys in the beginning, it's invite, prospect and close, prospect and close, prospect and close. That's what you should be doing. So on the very back where it says invite and where it says follow up, that's what you should definitely be doing. That's the last thing that we like to do. We would rather do things that we can do on our own, like personally develop or call into a call. But network marketing is about building. It's about helping other people find the product, about helping other people find the information so that you can help someone, number one. And number two, you can create a residual stream of income from it. Okay. So it's about helping other people get to the information. So it's not just enough to be using the product and, personally developing. You have to apply it and you have to market it. Okay. It's network marketing. So you have to show other people what you're doing in hopes that they will want to be a part of it. Either they will want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days, get healthy, lose weight, or they will want to make more money just like you. If they see you out here inviting people to the information, and see that there's an invitation to join you in this business, then that's what they're going to do. So you have to make sure that you are not just doing the activity, but that you are marketing it. So when I say make the tea, but post a picture of you making the tea. It doesn't take any extra time to snap a picture, write up a quick caption, and post it. Okay, you have to market what you're doing so other people see it, because the truth is you can't run this business just by yourself. You won't be making any money. So yeah, it's great to make a residual income of 10%, but if you don't have two people underneath of you, what are you making 10% of? Okay. So use what I'm telling you guys, apply it to your business. At the very least, be completing this activity tracker and do it so much that you make a habit out of it. Because even though today I took off from everything in life, I was still running my business in my head. So when I did get on social media, I was following 100 people, based off the niche market I'm trying to build. I was commenting on people's posts. I was liking people's stuff. I was listening to a call this morning. I was on a James Dentley President's Council call, and I was listening to Darren Hardy on the treadmill this morning. So I knocked my personal development out, and I don't need a list anymore to check off because I do these things in my head. They are ingrained in what I do on a daily basis. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to do. After 21 days, you build a habit. So it won't take you as much effort to pull out a list and check it off because you're doing all of it already. Okay. It still takes me a lot to make sure that I'm inviting and following up. That's why I made that tracker and make sure that I do those things, because it's still hard for me. So I consciously need to write it down on a piece of paper and check it off to make sure I'm getting it done. Because the hardest things, the things that are the hardest for us to want to do, or that we procrastinate with the most, or that we put off the most, are the things that we really need to be doing. Yes, baby. So your homework number one is, again, to stay consistent with the with the activity tracker and stuff. Number two, I want you to create a Google account, and I want you to create a YouTube account, and I want you to link the two together. Create a YouTube account, create a Google account, and link the two together. Next thing I want you to do is record your business story. So yesterday I had taking notes on what you would say in your virtual grand opening to open up. This is going to be your story that you're sharing. So part of your homework is to find 2 opportunity calls that you like. Find, a mentor. It can be me if you want to, if you like my story. But if not, find 2 people whose story you really like and start to try and find an outline in what they share in the information. So if you notice that people start always with their desperation point, oh my goodness, I was so sick and tired of my job, and I was spending all this time, and I was away from my kids, and blah, 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 blah. But then I found TLC. Go through that list of questions that I showed you, and create your story, record it, and save it to your YouTube, okay? And post it in the comments below. So create a YouTube, create a Google account, record a video to your YouTube page, okay? That's a lot of work, so I'm not going to give you too much more beyond that. But you, like I said, you should be making sure that you're staying consistent with the very bare minimum with your tracker. And 2 days ago, I had you guys post a picture making your tea and on the taking a before on the scale. Your next job is to make sure that you lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Okay. You know, you will lose 5 pounds in 5 days if you're drinking the tea, but don't go out and eat a cheeseburger, with extra mayonnaise while you're trying to lose 5 pounds in 5 days and risk it affecting you. Like, make a decision that you are going to lose 5 pounds in 5 days because your paycheck depends on it. Okay. So make sure that, you post a picture of you using your products consistently. So today I want to see a picture of you drinking your tea or holding your tea. I want to see you with the product. Don't just post the product on a table, because you want to start branding your image with this product. Okay. When people see Jackie, they think about the tea. When they see the tea, they think about Jackie. Okay. They want to make a correlation between the two things. Um, so that it works that way. That way, if anybody ever comes to them with ISO2, like, oh, that girl Jackie told me about that a while back, I have to call her first. So create a picture or a video if you want to, and in the comments or in the video, just share, a little bit about your initial reactions. Oh, this is great. I couldn't believe I made a whole gallon at a time. It lasts me a whole week, so I don't got to fool around with tea bags. Or, oh, I keep it in the fridge and it tastes like water. Or, oh, I pour 16 ounces into a water bottle on a daily basis. And I drink half in the morning, and then on my way home from work, I drink the other half. Showing people how it can be easily incorporated into their lifestyle. So, do that. And that's your homework for the day. I'm glad you guys made it through day 7. And I am excited to help you guys with these virtual grand openings and get these businesses cracking. All right. See you guys tomorrow.